From the outside, she looks successful, capable, reliable, and strong, but inside, you're feeling exhausted. Not the way you feel when you don't have any sleep. You might feel numb, overwhelmed, disconnected, or quietly really unraveling inside. If you're feeling that way, this video is for you. Because successful women don't usually just burn out loudly, they really implode silently. Hi, I'm Amy Looper. I'm a trauma-informed resilient coach, and I work with high-achieving women navigating burnout, major life transitions, and nervous system exhaustion. And many of the women that I support don't identify as burnout. They're still functioning, they're still high achieving. But today I want to talk about the silent signs of burnout that successful women oftentimes normalize until their body starts screaming at them or life forces them to stop for whatever reason. Burnout in women often doesn't look like collapse. It looks like pushing through, carrying emotional labor, being the strong one in the family, managing everybody else's needs, staying productive while really privately depleting. It's not a time management issue. It's not that they're lazy. It's a capacity issue. And it's deeply tied to how women are conditioned to really survive, especially our generation. So one of the first signs of burnout in successful women is emotional flattening. You're still achieving, but joy, you're not really even sure what that is anymore. Gratitude feels forced, and you don't even feel present in your life. That's not depression necessarily. It's nervous system shut down, and that's a protective response after you've been stressed out for so long. And many women are these days, especially, the fact that we're juggling so much. So burnout often shows up physically in chronic fatigue, tight shoulders, your neck, your jaw, digestive issues, hormonal imbalances. You might have inflammation or chronic pain. And that is your body saying, hey, something's not right, right? It's a message that comes up when maybe emotions or boundaries are pushed or not even able to exist. So another quiet form of this is hyper responsibility. You feel responsibility for outcomes, for other people's emotions, for family stability, team morale at work, fixing problems that are really not yours. And this pattern often starts in women who learn that being needed meant being safe or valued. Love was conditional growing up. And this affects how your nervous system, again, really sees life. So for many successful women, achievement becomes that survival strategy. And it may be driven by fear of disappointing others, fear of being seen, fear of rejection, fear of losing control, fear of slowing down. And success is then rooted in fear and not purpose. And so burnout is inevitable because it's not sustainable, right? So for women, burnout implodes instead of just really explodes. It's quiet. It's that sudden anxiety. It's loss of motivation, lack of focus. It can look like this roller coaster of excitement, right? You want to make a big list and get it all done, and then you don't get anything done. You might have health scares. You might have emotional withdrawal and want to just stay in your house for a while. And it's your system demanding relief, right? And so successful women are often praised for endurance, self-sacrifice, being emotional to everybody and doing it all, right? We can do it all. So your worth was never meant to be proven, though, through depletion. And that's the biggest lie I think women we've fallen for, is that we can do it all. Well, actually, healing burnout is managing your productivity better. It means nervous system regulation. It means building emotional safety, using boundaries, letting go of identity-based achievement, reconnecting to your body and not just your goals, and knowing that you don't need to do more to be valuable, right? Knowing that you can restore your body and be healthy. So if this is happening to you, you are right on time. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're not responding to anything wrong with you other than just prolonged stress. And this channel was built for you so you can build capacity and resilience, maintain your ambition, but I want you to subscribe to this channel so you can start healing intentionally, okay? This channel is all for you, and you don't have to fall apart to rest. You don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to earn it. You deserve to live a life of happiness. So this week is just starting on regulating your breath, tuning into really what we need to do in order to create results, and releasing, giving yourself permission to release the things you do not have to do to get life done. Some weeks we just need to embrace perfection, imperfection, and compassion to prioritize our health. Remember, everything is temporary, and that right now your body's trying to give you wisdom in the season of life. So it's not just a change in mindset. You have to do deep identity work here to make these behavior changes and recover from the cycle. This is not just, I'm just going to, change my mind today. Much of these behaviors that drive women into burnout were created in childhood. You may have grown up around perfectionists and modeled that. You may have grown up with highly critical or inconsistently available influences that created that survival response in you. That's the subconscious belief that if I control, if I overgive, if I focus all of my energy on trying to read the room and morph my wants and needs into the situation, then I'll survive. That's what you're really doing. So think about that energetically. It's constant attunement to others. It's self-sacrifice and betrayal. When we're in burnout, we get to a point of sitting in silence, asking ourselves, who am I? Like, what do I really want to do in life? What do I really want? And that's the most difficult phase and thing to overcome, because it hits you on that psychological core wound level, and it creates that nervous system response when you're trying to answer those questions. So we must rewire how we're leading right now and reacting to things in life. We must discover how to lead with regulated emotions and your energy through every day so you can stay focused and create the high performance that I know you desire. But that requires us to strengthen these kind of skills to step into the most powerful version of ourselves that has clarity on what we really want. So that, my friends, is a process, and one that I coach in my Resilient Growth coaching programs. And today is not pitching you, but I just want to validate what you're feeling is real, that this is an uncomfortable season to serve you and lean into the process of transformation. And it requires you to really embrace uncomfortableness to grow. If you're recognizing some of these things in your life, I'm going to help you get to the root cause. And I encourage you to hop on a call with me, a breakthrough call, using the link below in the description of this video if you want to learn more on how to create that breakthrough process. If you're looking just to regulate your body and kind of start with a 5-minute reset, use the 5-minute reset link below, or go to my website, amyleelooper.com, and you can download it. Tune in next week, though, because we're going to be going into a deeper dive into really breaking through people pleasing. Those are the behaviors that I often see, and it's holding you hostage to being emotionally responsible for other people and physically being involved in everything. And it's something we have to break in order for you to be able to get to know yourself, lead with your own wants and needs, and not feel guilty about it, as well as enabling yourself to have a life of both and, right? Where we can do our career, we can have families, we can have hobbies, we can be our own individual. It's that individuation that is such an amazing season, especially for women in midlife who have found themselves self-sacrificing for so many years that, your body is like, hey, enough is enough. Let's move on to a new chapter. So if this is you, keep tuning in. I release videos every week, and next week will be more along the lines of people pleasing. And like and share this video if this is helpful to you. This is the work I have not only been certified to coach, but I've lived through this, guys. I get this intimately, and so I'm here to support. If I can help you in any way, leave a comment below, DM me, and we'll see you next week.